Hey, beautiful women of God. What is going on? It's me, Maritza. How's everybody doing today? Waiting for, sitting here waiting for my grandson's, little production. Their musical. They're doing Willy Wonka, but they call it Wonka. It's really cute. I saw it yesterday, and it's 2 days, so you know, being grandma, well, I'm Vovo, but that's Cape Verdean for grandma. Being the Vovo that I am, I have to go both days. If I can, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here. Oh my goodness, my husband's okay. Yeah, so anywho, queens, I wanted to talk with y'all. Y'all know I always want to talk with y'all about something just ain't right. Y'all remember that song by Boy Keith Sweat? But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about is loneliness. It has been on my heart to speak to ladies, women, about loneliness. And I could approach this from two ways. I could approach it from loneliness as the single woman and loneliness as the married woman. But what I'll do is I'll do both of them. One will be loneliness. I'll do two different videos is what I'm saying. Of what I want to talk about. And so today we'll examine it from the single woman. Excuse me. The single woman and loneliness. And let me just start this way. What I've found with women who are single and their experience with loneliness is that sometimes they have to distinguish between being lonely and being alone. And there is an appreciation for maturing and getting to a place where you understand that just because you're alone does not mean that you have to be in a place of loneliness. And a lot of us as women think that. A lot of us think because there's no man in our life that we're in a state of loneliness, and we never take the opportunity to think about it as, okay, I'm in this space, I'm alone right now, and how can I use that time of being alone to grow as a woman, to be more mature, to grow and to mature as a woman, so that when the Lord does feel that it's time for me to be in a relationship that hopefully leads into marriage, if that's what He has for us, right? That I will have learned how to be in a relationship with myself being alone, but also I will have been doing the work to become a stronger myself, right? To fall in love with myself, to build up my self-worth, to determine the things I like and don't like, just to grow as a woman. Because often what happens, queens, when we are in relationships, if we have not had that time to grow, even as an older teenager going into our early 20s, if we have been in a relationship for a long time with someone, we literally have not had the opportunity to discover ourselves, because we have invested our love, our heart has been connected to someone else, right? And that someone else a lot of times is getting all of our time, all of our energy, and is occupying all that space in there, because we have yet to learn that we can love multiple things at the same time. Like, we can be in love with ourselves and love someone else other than, say, our children or our parents. Like, but as it pertains to ourselves and that special person, that person that we are in love with, right, in that intimate way, that what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a love that we experience with our families. It's a deeper kind of love, and I can't think of the word, but because of that, we have yet to learn, like, how it is to, like, balance out loving ourselves and loving that person. So when you are in that space of being alone, try your best not to be as focused on the fact that you're not in a relationship with anyone outside of you, right? Try your best to start working on the relationship with yourself. You say, well, Maritza, that's easier said than done. And you are right, especially if you have felt that feeling and you have been in that deep, intense space of love, right? It is hard to reel that back in and not want that at the moment, right? But you have got to do the work and try your best and work on it. And every time you find your mind going over to here, right, thinking about relationship with someone else, find things to do with yourself, ways to love yourself outside of just getting our nails and our feet and our hair done, right? Maybe you should go to lunch with yourself. You should learn what it is to take yourself out to dinner, right? All these things, spending time with yourself, just sitting in a park reading a book, right? Just going, say, to the library or to the mall by yourself, right? And just chilling, like learning how to be with yourself. It is so important. And if you don't get that experience as the younger woman, you have to allow yourself that time whenever you can get it as an older woman, right? Because you deserve that. And in that time, you learn more about yourself. You learn who you are, and there may be things that you grow away from by being in that space of being alone instead of allowing the loneliness to consume you, right? There may be things that when that new relationship comes that there may be ways that you present differently because of how you now look at yourself that make you more attractive to a man who, I'm just gonna say it, may not have seen you as attractive, right? They may have thought you were physically attractive, but mentally you may not have been there yet for him, right? There may have been a way that you thought about things that was a turnoff, that made you behave in a certain way, right? Whereas now your thought process is different. So when you present yourself, it's a whole nother thing going on, and that makes you more attractive, right? Because men have standards as well. Now, when they just looking for some cootie, that's a whole nother issue, right? But when they're looking for someone that they want to spend time with and possibly spend their life with, they are looking for a particular type of woman. And that's different for every man. Because just like we're different, they're different. Just like we should have standards, they should have standards. Well, Queens, I hope that this has helped, and I pray that if you are in a space of loneliness, that you turn that around and you start spending time with yourself and say, I'm not lonely. I'm not going to allow loneliness to consume me. I'm going to allow this time that I'm alone to be a positive experience for me and to grow more as a woman. Love you guys with the love of the Lord, and I hope this helped. Later.